Hello and welcome to another Division video. In this guide I will show you our strategy, how we beat the Incursion stolen signal in our group and what we are looking at. If this video is helpful for you and you enjoy the gameplay in the back, don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't done it already. And let's get right into it. As you see here, I think the first part is not that hard for you, although the first parts before you enter the main room, the studio, so that's why I just go quickly over this one here and just jump right into the first rooms. As you see here, we always start with Studio 2 Curveball first. Our preferred setup for this room is 2 final measures and a DPS guy plus a healer, reclaimer or tactician. I think all of you know already that the safest place in this room is this aisle on the side, left and right. And yes, we have the strategy here that all of our team stand at the same spot, on the same aisle. That's the reason I mentioned before. 2 of us were a final measure, me in the front and 1 guy in the back. And we don't have any problems with the grenades from the boss Curveball. That were in the previous rounds the most annoying thing we have to handle. And if we died here, then usually just because of the grenades. Because you get hit, you get staggered, you can't shoot, and yeah, I think all of you expected this already. So this is our preferred setup. 1 guy was running Striker for DPS and 1 guy Tactician with a strong pulse and healing our team. Of course, you have to look that every one of your team runs a vigorous chest if possible. You're just a lot stronger and have more survivability. At this point, a huge shout out to my buddies I'm running here with, Robin, Andre and Andre, so it's really decent to run with you all the time. I couldn't do this without you, so it's a lot of fun to play with you. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, and when I'm saying this, of course I tried this incursion sometimes too with randoms, and yes, I think from 2 out of 10 times it worked, but honestly it's really hard, so at least you need communication together, because you have to have a strategy. It doesn't work if just everybody does something, run around and shoot and whatever. You do have really to focus. Main thing here, as you see, I throw a tear gas grenade to Curveball as soon as he's here. 1 guy has a tech link, and all of you have to focus the boss at the same time. My aim is not that bad, yeah, it should be a little bit better, then it would be easier, much better. But anyway, the main thing you have to expect is as faster you can bring the boss down, can kill him, the easier the rooms are. So the longer you have, the harder it gets. So you have to see that you can kill this guy as fast as possible. And that's why we use attack there. Or the tear gas grenade that he don't hide and he comes up, show his head, and now you will see we will get him in the second round. It's possible to get him down in the first round, but it doesn't work all the time, as you see here. And now you have just to clear out all the other NPCs. Yes, you see, I struggle sometimes with my aim, that's why the LMG is my preferred choice, because it's a little bit easier to handle, and the big plus too is that you have more rounds in your magazine, so you can just shoot longer, and that's for me, it's a huge advantage, and the reason why I'm using an LMG. It works pretty well. As you see here, nobody of us went down in this room was flawless. Yeah. It's not that hard if you stand all on the same aisle, have the right setup and focus to get the boss with a tech link, throw a tear gas grenade, and it should be doable.
1 guy behind us, 1 guy behind us.
Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't run this incursion anymore without communication with random guys. At least you need to have a communication, otherwise I think it's really hard to beat it. And of course I preferred the most to run this with my buddies. I run often some missions, incursions, and we know what to expect from each other. Makes it a lot easier. Yeah, first room done. Then soon you can go to release the hostage, free the hostage. That's the hardest part all the time, and go to the next room. The first setup for the first part is not that important, everyone can run what he wants, but as I said, for the I run final measure for the rest of this mission, just because I think it's very useful for these two rooms. The next one we go to Studio 1, where Checkers, I think it's the boss, the sniper is. Yeah, exactly, Studio 1 on the right side. First part, you have to use two shield guys, one is wearing the box. The best thing is that the guy with a final measure wears the box, because that's most a min-max hybrid build, let's say this way. It's kind of hybrid, kind of DPS and electronics, and the two ones with the highest electronics should wear the shield. Yeah, the DPS guy can shoot the guys they shoot behind these turrets, these annoying things. We go always on the left side behind this table. It's a pretty safe spot, heal each other, and yes, of course, make sure that every one of you have combat medic on. It's just a main thing, you have to have it if you play in a group here, especially such incursions, that you can heal your teammates with a medkit as well. Yeah, first thing is not that hard here, just kill all the NPCs. Of course you can rush them a little bit if there are not that many. Second round, they came from the top there, stand on the same spot, kill these guys. As you see here, with Witched, and my colleague is running now the shield. And the mobile cover, I think it's the right name. And yeah, if it's the best spot there, I don't know. We have to test it out a little bit more, but you will see it why we use the shield as soon as the boss is coming here. So this is not that hard too, I would say. Just kill all the guys that jump down from the top. And on the next round you will see they came from the back doors, the rusher you have to kill, and the heavies. And that's the main thing too. If you have rushers or these guys here, shotgunners and heavies in a room, they are always your first target. They should be your first target. So kill the rushers first, then the heavies. But I think that's the most of you know this already. Yeah, just work together as a good group, and then you should be fine here too.
Running around like crazy this guy.
Make sure that every one of you have a healing box on the floor. Two is a little bit too much, but the other one
on the ground
seems to go down very soon. And as you see here, final measure is here too. A really nice thing that you don't, or your teammates don't get staggered. That's pretty decent. Yes, next, one guy left.
Try to do this room flawless too. To get cracked.
And here is the same. Make sure that one of you has a tech link. It's important for the next part when the boss Checkers is coming upstairs with his sniper. This boss is usually really easy to kill because it's not that much stamina or health as the other ones. Yes, now the part with heavies and rushers. As I said, some of you should focus the heavy and some of you the rusher, and the other ones. Final measure, pretty nice again. Yeah, and then the rest of the NPCs. After this one, Checkers will come on the balcony up there. Then you will change your location from this side here behind the table in the middle part, and then you can throw your shield, mobile cover, on this part you see soon. And yes, NPCs always focus just one guy. It's really funny. Again, a rusher, you have to kill them, and then you can move, I think, to the middle part.
One other round, or
one guy left.
Then you can put your shield here in the middle, Andre.
Yes, Checkers will come, and as you see, now we need the shield. It was a little bit delayed here, and the same procedure, tear gas grenade, that you don't hide behind the cover, all focus the boss together, tech link, and then go for it, and you should be able to get this guy down in the first round too. That makes it really easy, because then you just have to handle all the other NPCs, as you see here. It's, I would say, really one of the easiest studios in this whole incursion. And if this guy is focusing just you, make sure that you can run a little bit around and your teammates have time to kill these guys and focus other ones.
Probably better.
And of course use heals, because you can get new medkits before you enter every room in the main stage, main hall, entrance. Yeah, and that's it. Just kill all the other NPCs here and then go to the next one. For the next room, Pixstick, it's on the top, Studio 3, and this is not that hard to do. Our preferred choice there is
That was really so far.
it works better for us. It could be different for you, that we changed there that not our DPS guy focused mainly the boss. We changed there that our tactician guy is very used to use the sticky bomb, and he just shoot the sticky bombs to the boss and bring him down, I would say pretty fast. And yes, the setup you can stay almost all the same. I think my colleague changed there to a tactician from a striker, so not more DPS. And the best thing to do this room upstairs is just to have a healing box and flame turrets. You will see why soon. So if you enter the room, run into the middle part where the switch is, and one guy should handle the switch. Then just throw your turrets. The best thing is not to throw them on the floor, because it gets destroyed, and also the healing boxes from the heavies, they will come to this spot too. It's the best thing to throw your turrets and healing boxes somewhere up on the switch or up on the camera or whatever you can shoot it up on. It's safer and it don't get destroyed that fast. And here the same, as you see, just stand together, heal each other, and we didn't want to do this run flawless, so we don't care about if somebody goes down, and if you have the right talent, then you are stronger if you get revived from the box, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, of course, if we'll do this flawless, we did it already too, then use it, just it works too with in challenge mode, so then it's doable. It's not easy, you have to be concentrated because many bosses, and yeah, it happens very fast that some of you go down, but just be concentrated. And as you see here, I'm just waiting before I throw my box that the NPCs are spawning, that we have the most out of the box, the duration. Same here, focus heavies first and the shotties as usual. If you kill the first round, and Pixstick is already here, yeah, and that was the time as my friend was focusing him with the sticky, and we just focus and defend the switch. So everyone has his own job, let's say it this way, and then it works pretty well. But as I said, you need to communicate and you have to know who is doing what, because when all focus the boss at the same time, yeah, it can work too, that you bring him down pretty fast here too, but we just, when we do this, then we go on the safe way, let's say it this way, which works for us the best. That's this setup, so that's 3 guys defend the switch, 1 guy is handle the boss, and then you can do this. Pretty good. That's also the main thing. If you try to do this with randoms, if you have a party, you can communicate. Always ask that question, what build are this guy using, that you not all have the same. We did it once, all of us running tactician, and we killed the most of them just with our skills. All the bosses just with stickies. Everyone, it worked, we did it, but it was really not, let's say it's not that easy. So you have really to watch that your builds are I missed the right word in English, sorry, that your builds stack up, that they fit each other, so that complement each other, let's say it this way. You don't need everyone running healer, not everyone running striker DPS. I think you know what I mean. So that the setup suits for all of you. And just take your time. There's no time limit here, and so for us it's better just to finish it more in the safe way and do it instead of doing this as fast as possible. And yes, we used this run to train for the flawless run we did after this one, and that was a little bit the training session before. And for me personally, it's really a nice incursion, something different, not the same stupid long waiting times as in Falcon Lost for all these waves, and in Dragon's Nest when you're down in the room and you have to use the switches, all these waitings in the meantime, so that's really annoying. Clear Skies, of course, pretty easy too, because just is the fastest one. If this is really an incursion is another question, but yeah, I think this one from the setup here, it's really nice to do. If you do it not that regularly, it's a kind of challenge, and we didn't do this incursion because for a long time, just because it's so time consuming. So we focused mainly on other things, legendaries, and yeah, Dragon's Nest, Clear Sky. They're our most preferred missions incursions to run, just because usually it takes a pretty long time to do this. That's why this was, I think, our third run after a break from about 2 months. And for this I would say it worked pretty well, but it's just to show you the strategy we had for this one here. And yeah, as you see, nobody of us was running for this room tackling, so it's not, you don't have to, you can use it. You can use it the same way as we did it before, that every one of you focused the Pixstick on the balcony on the left side, from this spot here. Then you can bring him down probably pretty fast, but as you see, progress, there's a progress. His armor is almost down, but the stick is, takes a little bit longer than the ones before, but the main thing is to finish it, I would say. And you don't have to do many special things here. Just bring him down and he will try to get the switch, but that's really really easy, because he doesn't shoot, he just runs to the switch and he handles the switch, and then you can kill him very fast. So that's easy as soon as he comes down. The hardest thing here, I would say, is just that the boss is pretty far away on the balcony. That could be a little bit difficult, but as I said, if one guy just focus him, and of course this can be with a sniper too, or whatever your preferred weapon of choice. It can be the DPS guy. Just test it out what works the best for you. As you see here, we have to prepare for Pixstick's assault. Rush. Rush is a bit overwhelming, I would say. As I said, he just runs to the switch, does almost nothing, and you can shoot him. Shoot him down. So pretty easy. As you see here. And yes, it's down. The hardest part again. Free the hostage and then go to the next room. And yes, the 3 studios are done. Now the final, the showdown in Studio 4 with the Western setup. This one can be pretty hard too if you're not used to defend the hostages on the side. So make sure before you enter this area that you discuss it under each other. Which one is defend which hostage? So who is taking the one in the front, who is taking the one in the back, and who the one in the middle. So 3 guys have to commit that they go always for the same one. Then you have, you need no communication when you see which hostages have to be defended. This guy is reliable for this hostage. And I would say that the hardest one is the one in the back. For me personally, the easiest one, the one in the middle, and the one in the front. It's, not that hard, but not that easy as the one in the middle. There's always a square cross on the floor, So make sure you stand right on the cross and you defend your hostage. The best thing is always to hug your hostage, so go as close as possible to him and defend him this way. So just go as close and show on the ground that you see the X and you know you're on the right spot. We have always the same strategy here when we kill the bosses, as you see soon. Yeah, now you will see that we have to defend the one in the middle, and the one in the middle, I think, was this my one?
Yeah,
Could
but
be.
I have to switch to shield.
I think this was my one, yeah. But now the guy was... We want just to be safe. And all of us were testing their shields. Yeah, then go as fast as possible upstairs. So that was not the best thing we did here, because the two guys, they're not in charge. They can just go up here, cover the shots, and one has to use the switch behind. We did it now, and you see now we always go to the same spot, run in the front, and go in this room down there where the snipers are on the top. Place your healing boxes, place your flame turrets here, and that's another main thing. So if you have time here, one after each other, change from shield to a flame turret, and then place your flame turret up on this barrel or wherever, and the healing box is the same spot, and then it should be doable. And the most important thing when you did this, there is always a boss spawning, I think, as you know, and it's very, very, very important that you shoot the armor down from the boss, but don't kill him at this time. So there will be another round spawning from NPCs, and make sure all the time that you kill the NPCs first, and as last the boss. So it's pretty hard if you have to defend the hostages and you have to handle NPCs. That is a thing you can struggle sometimes. So make sure that you shoot the armor down from the boss, but not kill him at this time. And yes, you can ignore the snipers on the top. They are not that important to watch at, they will always respawn anyway, so just the other NPCs there on the ground and in the building, sorry. And if you see that all of the NPCs are dead, except the snipers, then you can go and kill the boss. As you see here, it works pretty well. If you all stand together, can heal each other. And as I said, it's not that kind of problem if you don't want to do this flawless. If somebody goes down, that's really not a big deal. And of course, the same here, heavies first. Sometimes they spawn behind you, but if you have flame turrets in this room, it's not that much of a problem. And of course, if you use flame turret, it's nice to have wildfire. I think it's not a must, but really nice that the burn effect can spread to other NPCs which are in close distance. Just kill all the other guys. Sometimes it's better when the boss is almost down in his armor and health, that you go to another building that he has to move to, and you can focus the NPCs first, because it can be pretty hard if you stay there all the time and the boss is always in front of you. Yeah, you can shoot him without that you want, and that can make it pretty hard. As you see here, every NPC is dead except the boss and the snipers, so kill him as fast as possible before they respawn. Go into the building, right or left side, change to shields that you are prepared for the next one, and yeah, check out which one you have to defend. As you see here, it's my job again in the middle and the one in the front. So I usually place my box inside the building that it don't get destroyed and I get some heal when I'm defending the hostage. And wait in the room until about 8 seconds and then go out. As you see here, cross on the floor, hug the hostage, go as close as possible, and always have a check on the X. The middle one, just go as left as you can here
ready for the,
to the
ready for the
fence.
switch on the right side from the top.
And then it should be pretty easy.
Let's go right side.
Yeah, second round. Right side, use the switch again as fast as possible.
Yeah, I got
The
it.
two guys,
I
they
got
don't have anything to do there, just go up there and can prepare and use the switch. And after this, same procedure, go to the same spot in this room. Yeah, and exactly the same thing. So shoot down the armor from the boss, change from shield to flame turret, that you have a bit ground control here, and then start killing these guys. And of course, if somebody of you wants to use the shield just to block these guys up, it's a viable option too. Not a must, but it can work too. Also for the boss. The one with the high skill power, the strongest shield, this would be a viable option. That he can handle the aggro from these guys and they don't rush in. Same procedure here, so I think it's not that hard if you are in this room, have the right setup, then it's definitely doable. And if you have any other questions, of course, something I didn't discuss or I forgot to mention here, just leave a comment in the comment section down below and I will answer all of your comments you leave there, so it's no problem. And if you want to see other guides or other build videos you would like to see in action, just let me know. I try to do everything you ask to do, so don't hesitate to just leave a comment. If you would like to see a special build for PvE, a special build for farming in the DC, which I did lately, or something, another mission incursion, you need some other strategies, some other inputs, just let me know and I'll try to do it as soon as possible. As you see here, boss, the armor is almost down, so then make sure that the flame turret is not active, because if you have a strong one, it can die pretty fast. And kill the rest of the NPCs as fast as possible before you shoot the boss. Same procedure. And this room here is really hard. I tried it by myself a couple times with randoms. So if you don't have communication, nobody knows which hostage to defend. And I think at the moment, not that many as before, but I think there's still some guys, they don't really know how to defend the hostages. And that can be really difficult. And of course, it's not that kind of an issue if you... I would say if you have two guys, they are pretty confident how to do it, just use the first round that they can test it out, because if you tested this at the beginning, they have to do the first part again, it's not that big deal. But if you have to do the whole room at the end again, if you handle the last boss, then it could be pretty... the second last boss, then it could be pretty annoying to do all over again. So I would say use the first round for practice. If you have two guys, they're not that used to defend the hostages, that they can be confident, and I would say that these ones should defend the one in the middle. And of course you can also have two guys on one hostage, it's viable too, so you can take your time. That's the third round. It's a little bit special here, because you have to defend 3 hostages, and if you have done this, then you have to use the switch in the back as fast as possible. In the back, in the middle, in the back, in front of the previous hostage. Same procedure, wait until about 8 seconds, then go out. If you go out earlier, the guy up there starts shooting at you, and it could be that your shield broke at this time, and then you can't defend the hostage anymore. So yeah, just make sure you don't stand outside too early. Go immediately to the switch, stand on the right spot there, and somebody of you have to use the switch behind you, as you see here. Yeah, this one it's pretty hard too, that you stand on the right spot. As you see here, we had some struggle here, honestly, but we did it in the end. I don't know how. And of course the best one here is, for me at least, if 2 guys with shields standing in front of the switch and 1 guy in the back is using the switch. And then same procedure, go up
boxes here.
The building in the same room. And yeah, sometimes we struggle here too, a little bit. We are not that used to do this mission anymore. We should do it a little bit more, then would be
I think for
run a little bit smoother, but I think you see the strategy, and that's the most important thing. I will show you. Here, if you have the boss inside the room, that was not that good, because you can use a shock grenade, tech link, and you can kill him almost in the first round, that it don't pop blue, because usually the blue, the duration is quite long, pretty annoying. You don't do any damage this time, and he shoots very hard. So same setup, healing box, flame turret, and you should be fine in this room here too. But the best thing would be someone use a shock grenade, wait until the boss is coming into the room, make tech link ready. Yeah, the tech link was here, but no shock grenade. And then the same procedure, all of you focus the boss and shoot him as down as fast as possible. Guys spawn behind us, as you see, but the flame turret did his job. And the boss was almost down, as you see here, in one round. But all of you have to focus the boss. And then it's pretty easy. Yeah, and then at the end, of course, kill all the other NPCs and make a party. You did it. No. The most difficult things is just on the end. Not finished yet. Because, as you will see, as soon as you kill all the NPCs, there is a really difficult quest you have to do. One guy in the back and the two snipers on the top, and two guys.
Somebody can place flame turret behind us, so when they spawn, that they're what?
And two snipers.
Yeah, but for the next time,
you can use grenades here too if they go in cover, or throw seekers up, stickies, whatever you have.
I think you're the only one without shield.
And as soon as you kill them, the hardest part, free the hostages. Release it. That's really hard. Yeah, you're free, my girl. And yeah, incursion completed. So that was our strategy for this incursion. If this was useful, leave a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.